Second serve.
Did you see it touch her? Did it touch you? Point. Miami Pickleball Club is challenging that the ball hit the player prior to landing out. The result of the rally is points 11-10-2.
All right. Big take from Lane there out of the air. Gets that ball middle. All right, we were getting an end change here. What great play out of both teams there. Lots of defense. The wind is gusting, making those high balls even more difficult to put away. Unbelievable defense from the breakers. The Bears finally get that last one away and get themselves a point here. Great defense out of the Bears there. Lane and Lena are just so tall, able to cover so much court, get so many balls back. Fought their way back to the kitchen line, fell just short. Angie with a good speed up there at the body of Lane. Angie staying aggressive there. Again, gets a point for the Bay Area Breakers. Lena might have saved that one there. Tough to tell. That catches that backhand late and sends it just long. All right, staying aggressive. The Black Bears get the ball back here. Let's see if they can pull away now that Bay Area made it that much closer. Alex there. Ball goes just wide. All right, now if you notice, Angie and Alex were a bit off the line there. It makes you able to get those attack balls easier. It gives you a second to kind of breathe and adjust for them. But also, if you set it up just high enough, it's easy to knock down at your feet as well. A little miscommunication in the middle there. I got it, you got it. Nobody had it. What a pull from Angie. Lina kind of gets low, trying to either leave that ball or guess kind of like middle semi-scorpion there. Ball stays in though. Wind is gusting there. I think Alex would have had that reset otherwise, but ball sits up with little pace. Wind kind of stops it. What a speed up from Lane. Tied it up here, 8-8-1. Alex covers that middle just a second late there. Up the middle, solves the riddle on that one, knocking it down at the Bay Area feet. Alex with the big forehand. You know, in the middle of that point, that was a great Ernie attempt by Lina. Even better, realizing that she couldn't quite reach it well enough. And Lane had a great cover. Kind of resituated, but ended up losing momentum and losing that point. What a pull there. Lina slides middle to cover that easier shot for Alex. Alex still paints that just inside that right side line there for a winner. 9-9-1. Who wants it? We have a let serve there. Maybe a little mind change there on what to do with that ball. I think Alex just second guessed herself for a second. Definitely had it though. Always fun watching Alex. She's probably the smallest one out there right now, but when she gets big in the middle and is sliding all around, it is fierce. California just putting the pressure on, pouring it on thick. All right, 10-9-1. 2 opportunities. Oh, net cord does not go the way of the Black Bears. They will have a second opportunity here to close this one out.
10-9-2.
Bay Area just keeping the pressure on, keeping the Black Bears back. Ends up being just enough to get them the side out. See if Bay Area can tie it up, force it to a win-by-2 situation, or if we can, the Black Bears can stop them here. All right.
9-10-2.
What an amazing point. So much offense there from both teams. Lena finally able to find an opening. It's an excellent point from both teams. That'll earn the Black Bears 2 more chances at a game point here. Okay, the Black Bears with an 11-9 victory here. Gives them that brutal angle that goes out wide, usually to the righty's backhand.
And for the Black Bears, we have Michael, Loyd, and Juan Benitez, as you mentioned, played at Baylor. Michael Loyd, I would say MLP veteran, competed in the Challenger last year and was traded by the Rangers to the California Black Bears.
Yeah, he was definitely Texas homegrown for the Rangers, but I think he's getting more action here on the Black Bears. So it's good to see him out here.
I like that CJ and DJ are playing straight up and not stacking one player on one side or another.
Yeah, it makes it difficult to formulate a strategy when the landscape's always changing.
Michael's got pretty big serve, pretty big drives, Hot Wheels, and an underrated off-pace speed up.
Yeah, you're always expecting that ball fast out of him, and then when he hits you with the off speed, you tend to be early and miss that counter. That is the drawback there to having such a huge serve. Once in a while we get a miss, but he does generate a lot of short returns and sometimes free points. And then the contrast there between his serve and Juan's isn't a soft serve, but still just a little bit of a different look. And that throws the opponent off.
Yeah, Juan is also very dangerous with the third shots. That's where his elite tennis skills come into play. And this is his first season in Major League Pickleball, so his kitchen game has been developing, and he's getting better and better with every event.
I'm fairly certain, but I'm pretty sure he went to the chef's tryout to earn a spot. Am I wrong?
I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure that's how he got involved. Excellent player. Deserves to be here for sure.
Oh, that's awesome. Wow, what a beautifully crafted around the post by DJ. And it seems like the strategy for the Bay Breakers is to pick on one a little bit in the kitchen, make him dink a lot of balls, and then look for opportunities.
Yeah, he is dangerous out of the air, but if they can get that ball bouncing to one, it makes it very difficult. Excellent cover there on the Ernie by Colin Johns. Extra gusty out here today, kind of wreaking havoc on that ball. You know, I always joke that Mike's serve and drive are so big that he puts a lot of balls out around, and sure enough, we're going to swap a ball out here. And this 1 game to 11 is pretty crazy.
Wow, DJ's third was as high as his serve, which was basically a lob, but somehow the Bears managed to miss that one. Just a little bit of unforced error.
Yeah, sometimes I think when you're expecting it low and fast and it comes high, you kind of overcook it a bit. Ooh, a little quick cobra strike out of Mike Loyd there. Punches that ball through the middle.
That was pretty elite. Easy game, says Colin Johns on that backhand flick.
Yeah. You know, he's taking notes from Ben here. Coming a big left side force. What a nonchalant reset from DJ there. Not sure if he meant to do that or if he wasn't sure if it was coming over and he just happened to reset it so nicely.
Yeah, DJ is another player who's very, very dangerous out of the air in the kitchen. You really have to make sure your dinks are bouncing to neutralize some of his attacking capabilities. And it's a good day for CJ because
we're close at. Okay. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
It looks like there's going to be a challenge.
Okay, so the refs overrule the out call here. Bay Area serving.
Yeah, there's a little bit of momentum shift. Right before the change of ends, the breakers were down by 2, and now they have a slight lead. Let's see if they can hang on to it.
Yeah,
Juan putting a little pressure, right?
Yeah, threatening that Ernie there.
I think in that situation, you just have to know that you're hitting the ball toward the middle and try to ignore the other person moving as much as you can.
Yeah, yeah, and Juan is definitely covers a lot of ground with that Ernie, so got to get it pretty far middle.
Yeah, and Ernie is a shot that's unique to pickleball. And there's a higher level of Ernie, which is a bird when you go across the court in front of your partner. But I think the shot itself has evolved over the last couple of years as players becoming more athletic, more creative. Some people Ernie with the tomahawk and cool stuff like that.
Yeah, there's definitely many variations of that shot. And, you know, I think, too, a lot of players coming from a tennis background, it's just a shot that you have to work on and train. It's not something you always recognize.
Oh, by Michael's reaction, I think that ball landed. A little bit of mishit from DJ. Ended up having almost no pace and the length just a couple inches inside the baseline.
Juan's always looking to get low and take those balls out of the air, put in just that extra little bit of pressure on his opponents.
That was a pretty elite slide by DJ, though.
Yeah.
Just sitting on that counter. And usually if you're playing the right side, you would slide to your right to hit backhands. And then if you're playing on the left side of the court, you slide left and you look to hit forehands. And people try to set up combos for that.
Yeah, a little 1-2. What a good defense there by Juan on the ATP. Next one, though, however, sits up just enough. DJ with the tomahawk put away. Fairly certain DJ, I think, uses the tomahawk the most out of any player on tour. What do you think?
Utah might be.
Oh, well, yeah, Utah's got the, I call it the windshield wiper.
Oh, an offensive timeout. I love that.
offensive timeout sometimes makes your opponents think a little bit. Kind of mental warfare out there.
Non-stop mental warfare.
The slide counter miss hit by DJ for the winner. Juan expecting that ball to go through his chest, I think. Gets hit with the off speed.
And a game point. That's the range of earning that you were talking about. Pretty sure Juan just took off from middle of the court and he hit that ball with his forehand.
Yeah, I mean, I got the privilege of playing with him the other day. Covers so much court. Tough middle dink there to Loyd's backhand. Bay Area.
To get going in the match.
Juan goes for the Ernie there. Not characteristic of him to miss that ball. Little breezy, might have affected it.
Yeah, both gentlemen in this matchup have the ability to cover a lot of court. So surviving it, just like the Bay Breakers we're trying right now, is important, but also we have to be able to hit behind the guy too.
What an impressive catch by Angie on that overhead. I don't even know if I would consider that a bag if she stops it before it hits her.
It was pretty stylish, I agree.
All right, little trash talk from the Bay Area bench there on Juan's errant drop. Right idea by Juan. DJ was all the way over taking that ball out of the air. Just tough with this breeze. Just deep on the return there from Lina.
DJ can serve pretty big and he can also change up the pace, so have to be ready.
What a good leave by Lina. DJ just pulling that one. Kind of hoping for her to hit it so she catches it late and pop it up for him, but good leave. What grace, though, out of DJ to full extension, two-hand backhand reset there. Maybe just a little impatient on that last ball.
I agree, but some acrobatic moves on display.
Looked just wide to me, but we are going to get a challenge. We will see what our referees. Yeah, the ball did look just wide from our angle, kind of more of an aerial view than the players are getting on the court.
Angie surviving it, some very good defensive skills. Of course, unforced error by Juan at the very end.
Yeah, DJ just totally giving up on that point, but all right. Juan has to dial back in here, see if he can do it. I have faith.
Yeah, that one went a little far.
Pickleball is so tough, so fast-paced that, you know, points come and come and come, and, you know, missing that overhead and then overcooking that drive, it's hard. It could be a slippery slope.
100% agree with you. And some teams also like to play fast. So I feel like I'm a robot. Sometimes just like finish the point, quickly walk for the return, start serving. In tennis, obviously, you have the clock between the points, 30 seconds, and people usually tend to take a little bit more time. And in pickleball, people are just ready to serve, ready to go.
Yeah, so I don't know if Juan can hear us out there, but he's definitely back to playing big, back to playing worry-free.
Oh, you guys have a special connection, I think. Or
all right, they're going to use that gift from DJ. Tied up here. That is a very tough ball.
very sneaky drop, yes. See if he can do it back to back.
All right. So yeah, it's the danger of getting big and mix is once you're over, that maybe third of the court is kind of open.
And yeah, the only thing the other player has to do is kind of point the face of their paddle on the counter toward that open area, and the ball goes there using their opponent's pace.
I want to check up on that ball after that slam from DJ. Guy likes to work out.
Pumping iron.
One gets twisted up there just a little bit. Got the one. That was impressive. It was like a sideways scorpion.
Yeah, both Angie and Lena playing super solid right now. They're occasionally going behind the guys with the dinks. And then the gentlemen are looking to create some offense.
Yeah, the women have they're like the unsung heroes. They have to stay so steady while trying to avoid things like that. Guy getting big.
Yeah, and there's a lot of shifting side to side, but also sometimes you shift back and then you have to fill in the gap and be ready. Very dynamic.
Oh, the wind is gusting. Big serve, big wind gusts. That was so graceful. Looked like a ballet move out there.
A balancing act. Some people call it a flamingo. Some people call it the oil rig.
Angie going behind Juan. Juan trying to cover there when he was looking middle. Sends that ball just long.
Yeah, it was a really good two-handed third shot roll by Lena and defended by Angie nicely. Good job for the Bay Area mixing up their dinks, making Lena choose whether to let the ball bounce or take it out of the air.
DJ with the roar and a big forehand take.
You can certainly see a sense of urgency in the way he's walking around the court right now. Feels that opportunity to give his team a lead in this match. Good eye.
Those balls are tough to release sometimes, you know, it's coming so fast. You're on the baseline.
Bay Area only 3 points away from clinching this match.
DJ with a couple good two-e's there. Forehand just misses.
The wind is gusting sideways, so players have to adjust and to targets and the wind patterns in real time. So, for example, right now it's blowing to the right, so it might be a little harder for Angie if she hits the ball down the line to keep it in, because the wind can blow it away. Doesn't matter for the tomahawk. It's gonna stay in no matter what.
DJ's lethal tomahawk. Ball just breaks away from Juan there. I think if it wasn't so gusty, Juan was right on it, but the wind just kind of guides it just out of his reach.
And it also blew it toward DJ into his reach, so worked out for the breakers.
Yeah, the other day I told Juan he looks like a spider with how low he gets and so long in taking those balls out of the air. Good return from Juan.
Breakers need to remind themselves to keep moving, adjusting the feet just because of how windy it is. But also, yeah, not really being too upset about missing some shots because it's still in the budget even at this.
Yeah, generally you want to be moving exponentially more as that wind speed picks up.
Angie on the speed up does a fantastic job taking a short swing and just punching that ball back down at Juan's feet. Angie on fire right now. That was a tough play. She was unwinding a stack, big drive by Juan, but she survives the first two attacks and earns her team a side out.
Not something you see too often there, but little chirp from DJ, where you at?
It was third shot, inside out forehand, drop winner.
Big roar out of DJ there. Bay Area getting up 2-1 in the series. That California needs to win this mixed matchup to force a dream breaker. Left side, Colin putting on the pressure.
1-0-2.
Mike hit such a heavy ball. Alex knew it was coming. Still tough to manage.
0-1-1. Second serve. 0-1-2. Point.
Big serve out of Mike there.
1-1-2.
Mike just relentless there with those forehands at Alex. sometimes, you know, you're going to get some free points, some easy points off that big serve, and, you know, inevitably that's going to happen once in a while. All right, so look for the ladies here to be going at it while both men try to get involved, try to get big, trying to shrink that kitchen for their opposing woman. Great footwork out of Mike Loyd there, just dancing along that kitchen line, putting on that pressure. Just wide there, trying to get that ball behind Colin to his backhand.
3-1-2.
What a slide from Alex Truong there, hitting her favorite 2-E counter line behind Michael.
1-3-1.
Little miscommunication there leads to a pop-up for Colin. Able to knock that one down at Lane's feet.
2-3-1.
Width was there. Line was definitely open. Just the wind making that ball that much harder.
2-3-2.
Colin punching that ball through to Mike's backhand. Colin with the very small margin there, but is able to get that third winner. All right. California needs to recalibrate here and adjust. The conditions are worsening, the wind picking up. All right, let's see if California can close this gap a little bit, possibly pull ahead with a run. Good speed up, good spot there. Not sure which of them was taking that middle ball. Mike overcooks that one just a bit, but excellent setup. Mike executing the lob with the cross-court wind here. Very difficult to do with these gusts. Michael thought that ball was in, looking to his bench. Tied up here though. Just gonna get the end change first. You know, one thing all these players do so well is when their opponents have that high ball, they're looking to bring you the second half of our second mixed doubles matchup between the California Black Bears and the Bay Area Breakers. Great eye by Michael. I think, you know, Colin, that ball's it's not so windy out. I think he has that one to that back corner.
6-5-2.
Overcooked just a little bit from Mike there.
7-5-2.
Second serve.
Excellent reset though there out of lane with unwinding that stack and hitting that two-handed backhand reset. Mike going for two Ernies there, showing a little bit of frustration. Bay Area up.
9-5-2.
All right, the Black Bears are going to get a side out here. See if they can claw their way back into this one.
5-9-1.
What an exchange there. What a point. Great hands there by the Breakers. Wind pulls that ball just enough out of Colin's reach there. Colin John sitting heavy middle, kind of just almost baiting them into hitting that ball behind him. They won't do it. So much topspin on that roll from Michael. Looked like it went from this side of the net, rolled over, dropped. Alex with the kind of sideways counter there. Almost made it, but was just wide.
7-9-1.
clips Collins' paddle there. Ball was going long. Big play out of Mike Loyd.
8-9-1.
Ooh, Mike getting the one that he wanted. Just a second late on it.
8-9-2.
Just missed. Colin ready for that speed up. Lane just a second late on that next ball.
9-8-1.
A little overcooked by Colin there, but he did read it well. Return goes just long here. 10-8-2. Lane. Fearless there, speeding that one up at Colin when he was looking to shake and bake, but catches him on the opposite wing, I think he was thinking. Wade realizing she left that one up and that the ball was coming out her, goes for the scorpion counter. That's it, just long.
8-10-2.
All right, Bay Area will have two opportunities here to close this game out and the series out. That is not how we want to see that one end. Bay Area winning that one, winning the series 3-1. Thank you for tuning in to MLP NYC presented by DoorDash.